Employer costs for employee compensation, March 2020. For release 10 a.m. EDT, Thursday, June 18, 2020. Employer costs for employee compensation for civilian workers averaged $37.73 per hour worked in March 2020, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Wages and salaries cost employers $25.91 while benefit costs were $11.82. Total compensation costs for civilian workers were $13.15 at the 10th wage percentile, $28.40 at the 50th median wage percentile, and $74.17 at the 90th wage percentile. See charts 1 and 2, and tables A and 1. State and local government worker compensation costs for employers averaged $52.45 per hour worked in March 2020. Wages and salaries averaged $32.62 and accounted for 62.2% of employer costs, while benefit costs averaged $19.82 and accounted for 37.8%. Total compensation costs at the 50th median wage percentile were $50.06. See charts 1 and 2, and tables A and 1. Chart 1. Employer costs per employee hour worked, March 2020. Chart 2. Employer total compensation costs per employee hour worked by wage percentile, March 2020. Total employer compensation costs for private industry workers averaged $35.34 per hour worked. Wages and salaries averaged $24.82 per hour worked and accounted for 70.2% of employer costs. Benefit costs averaged $10.53 per hour worked and accounted for the remaining 29.8%. Median 50th wage percentile employer costs per employee hour worked were $26 for total compensation, $18.05 for wages and salaries, and $7.95 for benefits. See charts 1 and 2, Table A, and Table 1. Total compensation costs for private industry workers ranged from $12.62 at the 10th wage percentile to $69.32 at the 90th wage percentile. Wages and salaries were $10.32 per hour worked at the 10th wage percentile and $47.29 at the 90th wage percentile. Total benefit costs ranged from $2.30 at the 10th wage percentile to $22.04 at the 90th wage percentile. See Chart 2 and Table A for more information on average compensation costs within specified wage percentiles. See www.bls.gov/ect/compensation-percentile-estimates.htm. Metropolitan area private industry compensation costs are published each March reference period for the 15 largest consolidated statistical areas (CSA) and metropolitan statistical areas (MSA). Total compensation costs in March 2020 for private industry workers ranged from $27.42 per hour worked in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale-Port St. Lucie, FLCSA to $57.99 per hour worked in the San Jose-San Francisco-Oakland, California CSA. See Chart 3 and Table 8. Wages and salaries comprised 72.0% of total compensation, $19.73 in Miami-Fort Lauderdale-Port St. Lucie, FL, and 70.4%, $40.84 in San Jose-San Francisco-Oakland, California. Total benefits costs accounted for 28.0%, $7.69 in Miami-Fort Lauderdale-Port St. Lucie, FL, and 29.6%, $17.15 in San Jose-San Francisco-Oakland, California. Coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic impact on March 2020 ECEC data. The employer cost for employee compensation (ECEC) reference date was March 12, 2020. Response rates for March were comparable with prior releases, and no changes in estimation procedures were necessary. Additional information is available at www.bls.gov/covid19/home.htm. Technical note. Employer costs for employee compensation (ECEC), a product of the National Compensation Survey, provides the average employer cost for wages and salaries as well as benefits per employee hour worked. The ECEC covers the civilian economy, which includes data from both private industry and state and local government. Excluded from private industry are the self-employed, agricultural workers, and private household workers. Federal government workers are excluded from the public sector. All workers are included in the benefit cost estimates, including those that do not have plan access or do not participate. Costs are also affected by other factors such as cost sharing between employers and employees, plan features, and plan generosity. For the latest information on the percentage of workers with access to and participating in employer-sponsored benefit plans, including health care and retirement and savings plans, see www.bls.gov/ebs. The National Compensation Measures provides additional details on the sample design, calculation methodology, and resources explaining changes over time. See www.bls.gov/opub/home/ncs/home.htm. Additional ECEC estimates, including historical data, are available in the ECEC database query tool at www.bls.gov/ncs/ect/data.htm. Sample size. Data for this reference period were collected from a probability sample of approximately 25,600 occupational observations selected from a sample of about 6,300 private industry establishments and approximately 7,800 occupational observations selected from a sample of about 1,400 state and local government establishments that provided data at the initial interview. Measures of reliability, relative standard errors (RSEs) provide users a tool to ascertain the quality of an estimate to ensure that it is within an acceptable range for their intended purpose. RSEs are available at www.bls.gov/ncs/ect/esets-rc.htm and database query tool at www.bls.gov/ncs/ect/data.htm. Comparisons. Compensation cost levels in state and local government should not be directly compared with levels in private industry. Differences between these sectors stem from factors such as variation in work activities and occupational structures. Area definitions. Metropolitan area definitions have been updated based on Office of Management and Budget Bulletin No. 1301, dated February 28, 2013. For more information, see www.census.gov/programsurveys/metro-micro.html. Publication focus. Topics of news releases for the upcoming reference periods are as follows: June 2020 Health benefit costs in private industry, September 2020 Compensation costs in state and local government, December 2020 Supplemental pay costs in private industry for 2020 ECEC release dates. See www.bls.gov/schedule/news_release/esets.htm. Table 1. Employer costs for employee compensation by ownership. March 2020. 1. Includes workers in the private non-farm economy except those in private households, and workers in the public sector, except the federal government. 2. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. 3. Includes premium pay for work, such as overtime, weekends, and holidays, in addition to the regular work schedule. 4. Social Security refers to the Old Age, Survivors, and Disability Insurance (OASD) program. 5. Cost per hour worked is 1 cent or less. 6. Less than 0.05%. Table 2. Employer costs for employee compensation for civilian workers by occupational and industry group. March 2020. 1. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. 2. Includes workers in the private non-farm economy except those in private households, and workers in the public sector, except the federal government. 3. Includes post-secondary teachers, primary, secondary, and special education teachers, and other teachers and instructors. Table 3. Employer costs for employee compensation for state and local government workers by occupational and industry group. March 2020. 1. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. 2. Includes post-secondary teachers, primary, secondary, and special education teachers, and other teachers and instructors. Table 4. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by occupational and industry group. March 2020. See footnotes at end of table. Table 4. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by occupational and industry group, continued. March 2020. 1. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. 2. Includes mining, construction, and manufacturing. The agriculture, forestry, farming, and hunting sector is excluded. 3. Includes utilities, wholesale trade, retail trade, transportation and warehousing, information, finance and insurance, real estate and rental and leasing, professional and technical services, management of companies and enterprises, administrative and waste services, educational services, health care and social assistance, arts, entertainment and recreation, accommodation and food services, and other services, except public administration. 4. The relative standard error for this estimate is greater than 30%. Table 5. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by bargaining and work status. March 2020. See footnotes at end of table. Table 5. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by bargaining and work status, continued. March 2020. 1. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. 2. Includes mining, construction, and manufacturing. The agriculture, forestry, farming, and hunting sector is excluded. 3. Includes utilities, wholesale trade, retail trade, transportation and warehousing, information, finance and insurance, real estate and rental and leasing, professional and technical services, management of companies and enterprises, administrative and waste services, educational services, health care and social assistance, arts, entertainment and recreation, accommodation and food services, and other services, except public administration. 4. The relative standard error for this estimate is greater than 30%. Table 6. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by establishment size and industry group. March 2020. 1. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. 2. Includes mining, construction, and manufacturing. The agriculture, forestry, farming, and hunting sector is excluded. 3. Includes utilities, wholesale trade, retail trade, transportation and warehousing, information, finance and insurance, real estate and rental and leasing, professional and technical services, management of companies and enterprises, administrative and waste services, educational services, health care and social assistance, arts, entertainment and recreation, accommodation and food services, and other services, except public administration. Table 7. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by census region and division. March 2020. 1. The census divisions are defined as follows: New England, Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island and Vermont, Middle Atlantic, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania, South Atlantic, Delaware, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia, East-South Central, Alabama, Kentucky, Mississippi, and Tennessee, West-South Central, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas, East-North Central, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and Wisconsin, West-North Central, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, and South Dakota, Mountain, Arizona, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming, and Pacific, Alaska, California, Hawaii, Oregon, and Washington, too. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits. Table 8. Employer costs for employee compensation for private industry workers by metropolitan areas. March 2020. 1. These areas include Consolidated Statistical Areas (CSAs) and Metropolitan Statistical Areas (MSAs). Beginning with the March 2019 release, area definitions are based on Office of Management and Budget Bulletin No. 1301, dated February 28, 2013. Previous area definitions are based on Office of Management and Budget Bulletin No. 04-03, dated February 18, 2004. For more information on metropolitan area definitions, see www.census.gov/programs-surveys/metro-micro.html. 2. Includes costs for wages and salaries and benefits.